And more importantly, we are going to get the second Meteor Hammer in all of Tour 3 built. Because Mobai, he's got it queued up. There's only been one Meteor Hammer bought. I tweeted this morning about how...
And that's in all regions?
On all regions, all divisions.
All divisions?
All regions, only one Meteor Hammer bought. And it was by Magma on their mid laner who picked it on Death Prophet.
And they
won.
They won.
So it's an undefeated item in all of Tour 3 DPC.
There we go. Okay, so Mobile's trying to...
It's a really bad
roll without this game. I mean, okay, so we're seeing the OD on the mid this game. Obviously, we've had 2 games today already where it's been playing the carry. And it's looked like it's, it's had its answers. It's been dealt with. Are you more excited to see it in the mid? Do you think it's still got a better shot in the mid lane, or are you doubtful?
I mean, this morning Entity really... They went from being a very strong contender for being a top team in the region to looking really bad because of OD.
It was a rough couple of games.
And it was really rough. And it was one of those kind of experimental phases for the team.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that teams have the confidence to do that. But unfortunately, this hero, it's kind of lost right now. The game's a little bit too high paced for OD to feel comfortable. Stun into arrow though.
A nice arrow hit. It's going to be enough to get the kill. I think with some body blocks it should be. Yep, they've got him. First blood for low skill.
But going back to the OD, I feel like potentially a mid OD going for the hammer, chipping down the towers, the lockdown for Coddle if you do show. Doesn't matter if you have all this move speed because you're going to perfectly combo the disrupt into the stun and then some follow damage. Like there's some gimmicks towards it, but yeah, I am skeptical that the hero can survive the speed in which these games are played at right now.
Let's have a look. I mean, already we are for the panel that a little skeptical about how well he's going to be able to do in the lane against the Coddle.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. Like OD's a hero that likes to play a slower lane. Like you want to use your Astral to secure range creeps, to poke, to prod, to just be a thorn in their side. Ideally against melee heroes. But against Keeper of Light, you hit level 3, 2 points Illuminate. You're just spamming down the wave. You really don't care about the quirkiness of what OD brings in laning phase. So yeah, I'm super interested to see how Ivy will execute this. I want to see like a new variation on the hero or something that we maybe missed and just show us why this hero is getting picked up for some reason today. JB under a lot of pressure in top lane. This is the best window to pressure the Underlord. This Chen, this CK. Of course, as Underlord scales up, you'll be able to perfectly play up against these two. But in that level 1 window, Underlord doesn't have aura. Ideally, probably level 2. The atrophy aura actually feels good, jumping from 5% to 15%. Before then, you can actually poke and prod at this hero.
And on the other side of the map, the bottom lane, that final pick being the PL. A nice way for Into the Breach to close up their draft.
Yeah, I like it for just a carry for carry matchup, right? CK is a hero that wants to be explosive with physical damage. PL naturally, Agi, high armor hero, a lot of illusions. Got to find the right one. It's going to be difficult for Ivy to be able to kill him off. You might argue that OD later on could blow him up, but you naturally buy Scardy and you have a pretty decent pool to not care too much about the OD, or at least you can wait to initiate and fight accordingly. Yeah, so I think it's a really nice PL game. Once you get the 2-3 items, you're going to be running around the map. The supports of Chen Mirana aren't going to be able to deal with him. It's a lot of emphasis on maybe the Dawn with the correct star bringer or the OD of the ultimate. Still, it's pretty difficult. Not the cleanest way to kill off a PR throughout this game.
You have learned.
Let's have a look at how we're doing on the CS at the moment. So far, it is just the top lane where it's going to be a bit of a slow start for the CK, despite for the aggression.
And mid lane already, Supreme pulling ahead with the 17 CS, making multiple stacks up in the Radiant jungle. And I think that will be the key disparity that you see between these two laners is OD, you farm mid, you don't really go to the small camp and farm it too effectively. Sure, 2-3 points in prison, you might awkwardly do it, but not to the speed of a Coddle. We are going to slowly have an advantage build for Keep Light, just in regards to net worth.
And how easy is it going to be this game for Mobai to get away with doing this Astral into Hammer combo when you consider the heroes that Into the Breach out?
Ooh, well, Hoodwink's very good at playing into that, especially with the Aetherlens build that we saw in the previous game. You just throw a bushwhack from a distance, especially once you pick up Hammer around minute 6, let's say. Hoodwink just has to rotate that one time, cheeky little bushwhack near the tower, and you might even kill off the OD and stall that progression that you normally have. Outside of that, It's a pretty clean game for throwing out some hammers. It's Enigma and Hoodwink are pretty much the main two. It's just standing still is one of the worst things to do in Dota, right? Unless you're channeling a big key spell. And against Underlord with a Pit, the Firestorm, the Illuminate of Coddle, even if you get the hammer off, you might just be tanking up 200, 300, 400 damage. Very much it's OD. It's all going to be about the early game saves. Prevent the Enigma from getting these good holes off. Prevent the sharpshooter of Hoodwink and just kind of push the rest of the team forward, knowing that they have the OD behind, the Chen Hill behind. They will be very tanky if they have a good laning phase. That 15-20 minute mark, they might be able to sweep across the map and find a lot of kills, but in that time, normally PL should have Diffusal plus maybe a Yasha or at least halfway to his big ticket item. Ivy, they have to make sure they succeed in the lanes. And right now, they're not doing too bad of a job in regards to the Dawn and the OD. Just free farming their lanes.
Yeah, and of course, we saw last game, Max had a bit of a tough one. Do you think he's sort of got a better chance of having an easier impact just to Dawn this game?
Yeah, I think he's at a crossroads right now, where if he tries to be utility style Dawnbreaker, enabling his team, I think he'll have some issues later down the line. So I think right now, with how well his laning phase goes, he needs to be the core that scales, the Deso, the BKB, the Shard, the in-your-face style of Dawnbreaker that at any minute can blow up the Coddle or the Enigma or the Hoodwink if they step out of position. If Max goes for that optimization, I think he's going to have a great game. And Supreme super efficient in this jungle. All these stacks just made up by himself. 4 or 5 stacks now. Halfway towards his boots of travel. And OD, he's actually done a pretty good job net worth-wise. I mean, he's just been sitting mid farming every single creep.
Yeah, I'm trying to think as well. Have we really seen much mid-call from Supreme before?
Yeah, he's played it a couple times.
A couple of times.
Oh, and this is the reveal of the hammer. He's gonna hit in it. Oh. Bye.
I think Supreme won't mind that Kadara came in to take that combo. Bottom lane, Cube with the arrow there, able to catch out Otaka.
What?
That missing Max will be able to get out Supreme. Not quite able to set that up as he hoped for.
Yeah, I guess the repercussions of Coddle pushing out the waves, OD's been able to get a lot more denies out. And now with the hammer, Keeper Light, you want to be in the jungle, but now you have to indirectly think, I kind of got to be in this mid lane. I can't just be AFK jungling because my tower will just slowly get chipped down. Again, hammer, not the strongest of items nowadays. Slowly being rescaled here and there. Bigger AoE, less damage and whatnot, but still, 2-3 hammers. It's going to kind of chip down these towers eventually.
And where are you going on from after the hammer first on the mid OD nowadays? Just back for the standard?
I mean, no one's playing it, to be honest, mate. Most of them are buying Midases and BKBs. So I think.
Do you want to blink for more sort of setup for the catch, or what?
I wouldn't be opposed to going for like the Aether, the Blink, maybe even the Ags as well, just to constantly play on multiple imprisons and high-paced game. I guess you could also pivot and go for Treads, then back for like the Witchblade, BKB, Hex. Even just ignore the Witchblade and just go like Blink, Hex, BKB style of play, just in the face of your opponent. Try and stack up the mana as much as possible. I don't know, I'm excited to see where he goes with it. So far, laning wise, he's heavily down on CS because he's not been hitting the jungle. But net worth wise, he's been able to keep up because he's been a bit more efficient farming the mid lane. The key thing is ODs, once they pick up the hammer, back in the day, they often would be drawing 2-3 heroes to mid lane or the lane they're in, protecting that tower. The Keeper Light is able to solo protect the tower, so this OD isn't hitting the rhythm of what you want to see. Showing off the mid ward to be able to connect on that, but no ultimate this time to apply some pressure. Of course, the ult does 200 base damage with mana difference multiplier, so Keeper Light isn't really going to have too many concerns. It's like 400 times 0.4, yeah. Not too big of a damage.
Yeah, kind of hard for Mobile to get the kill on his own.
Yeah.
Top.
And now, yeah, this is where Underlord just living the dream. 3 points in aura, he don't care. He's just going to be existing in this lane. You might even see low skill retreat to the jungle at some point.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy to CS against this.
Keeper Light another spam here. And the tower continues to live in mid lane. Supreme is just a bit annoyed. Guys, I want to farm jungle, but this pesky OD preventing me from playing Dota. How much damage did that do, actually? It's like 300 damage?
Yeah, there you go. So a couple more, and that will be the tower.
Yeah, death by 1,000 cuts on the tower. Nice stacks made up by Jibe here.
Cube's going to be checking it out.
Odie would love to hammer this.
See what he can do. He's going to be able to get the setup onto Jibe and out to the side. Low skill was able to run down Ari. Just after the setup, there's no follow-up damage, so Jibe will be fine.
And Max is just popping off in the bot. Look at this aggression. He might die to Supreme, but I just love the confidence he got from him. Is he going to jump out?
Oh, he's going to jump in.
Okay.
He'll bring Kadara down with him.
You'll love to see that. The previous game, of course, not having the best of starts on the Beastmaster, but in this game, already got a kill. He forced the PL to the jungle, and Mobile finally takes the mid tower.
And there we go. I mean, so far, so good here from the pressure of the Meteor Hammer OD mid. Very good tower time.
Again, I'm really interested to see where he's going to pivot from here. Old school ODs with this build, it's all about blink, ags, and whatnot, but no, he's got the BKB queued up.
Yeah, wants to make sure.
BKB Hex, I feel, it feels somewhat standard. Yeah, BKB Hex like a Shiva's, of course. Shiva's against Illusion Hero, that minus attack speed really helps out.
Looking for Jibe. There's Mobile. They should have him here. Very little options for Jibe. Unless Supreme can
big heal
to keep him covered. It is a good heal. And it's Wars and easy clips. Not enough.
So close.
Jibe's going to be fine. Some great saves there from Supreme. Now with the pushback, they might just be able to take down Mobile. They've got him.
And now the Dorno as well.
See, they'll jump over. They want to get Supreme. They will. Max comes in with a rotation off the back of the Solar Guardian. They'll get the drag back onto Jibe. Not enough damage to be done here to take out the Underlord. And that's Max.
Oh, Max, keep going.
Oh, that bushwhack. There will stop Max from being able to get a couple of right clicks or a Starbreaker off. So Jibe will live. Some good moves here from Ivy. They're taking away the early game. 6-3, 2K lead, and Jibe stepped back up. A bit of greed there. Felt that he was safe, but Cube was prepared. He was ready for him to check up.
Yeah, Cube's an assassin, honestly. He's always got farm and kills on the top of his mind. He doesn't want it to be too passive. Always looking to make something happen.
So they can get Mobile down here.
He doesn't have Astral.
Try with the control. Black holes at the ready, but do they have the damage? Otaker heading in with the Spirit Lance. Needs to dive in a bit if they want to try and finish Mobile off. Another blast will catch him. They take down the OD off to the side. Kadaro trapped in the trees between Cube and Max. Find the trade. See if they can go for Otaker as well. He's a bit of an awkward spot. He has got Supreme throwing in Illuminates from the side, and that'll make it hard for Ivy to chase.
Honestly, the OD nearly lived there as well. Chen with the quick mech. Mechs, of course, nowadays very cheap. TP in, nearly keeping alive, but just didn't have the Astral once again to disengage from that fight. Still, we're kind of seeing the strengths of both lineups right now in regards to the tankiness and elusiveness of Ivy to some degree, and then how hard it is going to be to kill this PL. This was a PL ganking with treads and a blade. Imagine if he had the diffusal there, or he had, like, of course, at this minute it won't, but you know, if you fast forward down the line, it is only going to get harder for Ivy, so they need to continue this kind of trajectory of the game, the momentum that they have, and just get this OD into positions where you are just annoying your opponent.
Have to be careful around this tier 1 tower. Ivy may just be ready to dive. See how well Supreme and Kadara can hold this off. They're setting up onto JM, and they'll head over here. Jibe ready to portal over with the Fiend's Gate.
Ooh, that's actually a cool little combo, of course. Dawn throws the ult on a hero. If you just blinding light them out of that Solar Guardian, you instantly lose the healing, the evasion. So if you're not perfectly positioning that, you're going to be able to quickly get them out and then club them down. Of course, it's a pretty hard thing to hit, but something to keep in mind if you're this Dawnbreaker.
Now be into the breaches turn to put some pressure onto the tier 1 top. Ivy have had to back off a little bit from the bottom lane. It's proven to be a bit too tricky for them to push for further tier 1 towers with the way that Into the Breach has reacted.
They're smoking up. Again, you have to... There's OD with the Imprison. There's still Mirana in the game, so you're going to have some nice combos in regards to layering their stuns with the hammer on top. If they find a hero, they do have a lot of damage. A very pick-off style lineup that they've got.
Top tower is under.
Revealing the smoke, using the Astral and the illusions. Kadara, he has TP, doesn't have Black Hole though. Should, yeah, make a conversion, TP out. Trading the tier 1 towers.
See if he wants to try for the deny. Hey, he's going to be able to get it.
Oh, very good. Supreme completed up the bots. The Vessel in mid lane, looking towards that BKB. He doesn't want to be hit by this hammer. Again, it's only the second Meteor Hammer in all of Tour 3 DPC. He doesn't want to lose to this. Buys the BKB. Again, another reason why I think we don't see OD that much is just because how happy people are buying these earlier BKBs. The fact that the lowest cooldown on it is 6 seconds. It doesn't feel too bad if you're popping them quite early. So far, pretty decent start from the OD. It's how they enter the game from this stage. Oh, just used the Black Hole.
Yeah, he wants to punish Max here for getting so close to the tower.
Very aggressive positioning from the Dawnbreaker there. Just, yeah. In this stage of the game, just throw down your spells, get the kills.
And Low Skill is heading into the jungle of it, into the breach. He's trying to look for Supreme, but Ari's got Supreme covered here with the bushwhack.
PL's here as well.
Coming in from the side, Low Skill's going to go for the TP out, and that's a smart play, heads up. Move there from Low Skill, he just immediately TP's out, knows that it's not going to go well for him. And he'll save himself, but JM Vincenzo still gets caught.
I know they mentioned it on the panel as well in regards to the Underlord and Dawnbreaker. I love the concept of you have global hero in the enemy team, you get the Underlord, wherever the Dawnbreaker goes, you can mirror it with the Underlord, and yeah. Not really been seeing too much of this hero. And the pick of potential. Quickly killing bot back to top. Hoodwink realizes that, obviously sets up with the TP, killing off the Murano. Ivy, they're the pick-off lineup, but they have to respect the speed in which Into the Breach can also play around the map. The bots on the Coddle, the Underlord, the Hoodwink, all very elusive and mobile heroes running around the map.
See bottom Max. It's tempting to go for Kadara, but Supreme's here to help him out. And Max, he's in trouble.
Gerard the dead. Max. The last couple of minutes, he's been a bit too aggressive. Dying by the tier 2, dying there. Trying to go for an Enigma kill. Of course, these are the type of kills that if you get them, it skyrockets your game, right? You're getting these solo pickoffs, you're completing your Desolators, you're stacking up the charges, looking towards the BKB, but when they don't connect, it's going to feel so much worse. You're going to fall down that pecking order in net worth.
I mean, they want to get Kadara cute. Kadara, TPing away in time, knows that they're hot on his trail.
Yeah, Ivy, they're going to be feeling the pressure from Into the Breach's lineup.
Yeah, they're losing that lead that they did have.
Not only that, but they know that their CK isn't farming as quick as the rest of the cores on Into the Breach. This armlet, this echo timing, it's not like... compare that to a Diffusal Manta, right? In a head-on-head duel, it's not going to be the most comfortable matchups for CK. This is why they picked the PL into it. They're going to need to try and find some good picks with their lineup. Maybe look towards Roshan.
On Max.
But he's just dying left and right.
He showed himself top, and they were there immediately. They were ready for that one. Into the breach as they take him down again.
It's a rough one for Max. Started so well.
Bottom, Low Skill's pretty deep. He's going to need some help. Jeff's trying to get him from the side, but they've got the setup, the Atos into the bushwhack. Low Skill. He's taken down. It's been a bit of a scary part of the map, this bottom area, and a few times now, Ivy, they've had to sort of cause out on their own or in positions where they just couldn't be saved.
Oh, the Underlord ult while smoked. They're going to try and find Mobai.
So if they can get the catch here, they're grouped up. Fast on down onto two of them. They'll get the bushwhack to open things up onto Mobai. Solar Guardian heals coming in. It will buy him a bit of time, but it won't save him. Mobai goes down. And of course, with Max,
Max,
he's going to fall. As it's starting to crumble a bit here for Ivy. Into the breach, getting kill after kill after kill. And now, you know, Oteka, he's the one getting involved.
Yeah, I'm sure if we looked at the graph for Max, he had such a banging laning phase, and then there's been 3 or 4 deaths now in a row that just into the breach, instantly finding his over-aggression, finding the positioning, and just already being set up. Yeah, you kind of see it there, right? Like, look at that. Great start to the game, looking pretty healthy, looking pretty hot, and then death, 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 death. On the flip side, Jibe, way more stable, getting a couple key kills, pressure with his itemization. It is a difficult one. Interbreach is playing really well around the map. I love how they're using the Hoodwink and the Keeper Light just to keep all the side lanes feel under pressure. Even the Enigma, just being in the right place at the right time. Denying that bot tower with the Eidolons. Just slowly kind of entering this game with calculated aggression. PL finally overcomes the cause of Ivy in regards to net worth. What are we sitting at? Yeah, Diffusal. About to complete the Yasha. Oh, Max.
Take it.
Is there a stun? Is there a stun? Is there a stun?
There it is. They've got the Malefice.
Give me.
Meant to have this.
Sometimes it do be like that.
Jibe. He's going to get back up. Ari's here with the control. It's going to be another one here for Into the Breach. 15-9. This lead only growing here for Into the Breach now. It's going to be very hard for Ivy to regain control.
Yeah, whilst Into the Breach is very aggressive, I would like to mention that Jam, he's one of the few Chen players that actively plays with the smaller creeps rather than the bigger ones. The smaller ones have the auras, and back in the day with the stacking the magic resist and mana regen and whatnot. Yeah, a lot of players now, they want to see the big tornadoes and stomps, but yeah, JM, man, still opting to go for the old school style of making everyone tanky. Of course, when you're behind in this game, it doesn't really matter, the extra 15% here and there, but I like the fact that he does have a slightly different read on how he wants to play as Chen to others.
Dire are scanning.
Everyone quite farmed this game as well. The Hoodwink, the Enigma, the Chen, the Murano, all of them just passively finding their gold.
They've got the BKB on Mobile. Just sort of similar thing that we saw to Entity. When they had the safety of knowing that the OD had the BKB, if they get gone upon, they go into the pit and they start for Roshan.
But instantly scouted out by the Hoodwink, throwing in the tree. And that's going to force them away. This BKB timing of the OD, it's going to feel good for some of the bigger fights, but you need the OD to isolate the Keeper or Light or like the Enigma or Hoodwink on a side. If you walk into the PL, it's not going to feel great. You might imprison, but he's going to doppelganger dodge the hammer unless you perfectly time it, and then the fight's going to get a bit messy. So this is a nice BKB timing to continue farming, but you need the rest of the cores to follow up. This Dawnbreaker died 4 times in a row now, 5 times maybe. Completed the Desolator. Realistically, you want to see a Shard, a BKB on top before you really get comfortable. Oh, Max, no! Poor Max. He's always farming the aggressive areas. His team doesn't want to be there. And in doing so, he goes down once again. Quick in and out a job from Into the Breach.
Yeah, they're playing fast here with the Fiend's Gates from Jibe.
You know what I'd love to see on Underlord? Someone buy the Yags. Applying that route on where you put the Fiend's Gate and additional slow. Of course, most people buy the BKB. There it is. I just like to see it. Imagine you put one route down, you put the Pit of Manus route elsewhere. It pretty much covers at least like 50-60% of your screen. It's just really annoying to deal with, but I guess with BKBs...
That is hard to do though. Remember, you've got the minimum cast rate.
That is though. 100%. You can't layer them. That's very correct, Owen. Yeah.
Unless you want to like put one down and then like blink force stuff away from the fight, and then
ooh,
that's the big brain.
That's a big brain, yeah. Force me, I need double gate, force me.
Yeah, would that be far enough away? If you blink forced away from the original pit, would that allow you to get the Fiend's Gate on top of it?
No, that's why you need Kunkka for the X mark.
Yeah, you need to be, there you go, you do it with the X mark.
You put one gate down, TP out.
Get out.
Put the gate back in, bring back, yeah.
Couple of pits on top of each other.
Did bump into him.
Yeah, they knew he was right. I guess they didn't have detection.
To be fair,
maybe they just didn't notice the bump, because there was a lot of their own heroes around.
It's really hard to identify when you get bumped with an invis hero unless you're like near a tree line or walking into areas of fog to non-fog. When you're in the open area, unless it's like a very clear attempt at body blocking.
You could be like, oh, it's just like a pathing thing.
Yeah, I misclicked on the ward, because if you right-click the ward or a hero, it does sometimes stutter step you.
See Ivy trying to get something going down the mid lane here. Low skill obviously having his BKB done, also ready for the fight. They're going to let to smoke up for this and get in.
Yeah, Ivy, they're trying to bait out this moment where they send in their CK, double BKB. The Dawn's going to have perfect initiation because you're going to be able to ult on top of that. Into the Breach haven't presented a fight where they've been able to effectively
Good
use their
arrow.
spells. That's a big pick.
They're going to be able to start things off. Straight away, they use the Astral to hold back the Enigma. Kadaro drop the black hole. Get pulled to the side. Low Skill's able to just grab him and kill him. 2 kills for Ivy. We'll see if they can get more from this. Supreme is trying to focus down Jam, but Jam's up to the high ground. Ivy trying to reset him with the Moonlight Shadow, but Otake's going from target to target, getting the kills. He's got a DD running as well. He's back in onto Mobe. They can't quite deal with the PL. And they get 3 kills out of it, but they weren't able to take out Otake. And Otake, he's going to be able to find Max as well back around the pit. So it ends up being a 3 for 3. You know, Otake being the one to have the big cleanup as the PL.
Honestly, a really nice attempt from Ivy there to be aggressive, to try and make a play, but unfortunately it just feels a little bit too late, right? The PL effect. Sweeping across the map, look how much damage he did. It was like over 4,000. Poking and prodding out the fight, not really overcommitting. Jibe had a really nice positioning with the OD on the top side, the route into Firestorm. Yeah. And you saw the CK, like he saw the PL, like, oh, I can't go near him, guys. I can kill the Koto, I can kill this guy, but I can never really cut off this PL. There is a massive PL problem in this game now.
He's nearly got the heart. He's going to have the Aegis here taken by the looks of it, unless Ivy can go for some sort of steal.
Cupid's got 2 leaps on a Yules. Oh, okay, he put his Bassi back in. He decided not to go for it.
He's had a very good series. I'd take a great game 1 Terrorblade performance and been pretty clean here in game 2. Just the 1 death on him. Outside of that, looking to be in a great position to be able to carry this as a Phantom Lancer.
Yeah, it's not often you find these carry players that just play with the confidence of their heroes, right? I mentioned in game 1 about the Terrorblade, the fact that he has the same performance on a PL. These are heroes that you make a couple mistakes, you're gonna feel it hard, and keep trying to jump into the next series, but unfortunately not able to yet.
He might be fine. Yeah, Supreme's hunting, but in that little spot
They hit the scan though, they know he's there. All right, go on, one more spell.
Oh, he's behind that tree.
Get him.
Oh, they'll see him.
Oh, pesky scan. As soon as they get the kill, TP, run across the map. And this is why Chen hates playing into PL.
There's just nothing you can do really as a
Just
Chen.
got to run the army away. Look at this. No, please. He has the movement speed creep. He's kind of keeping him alive. But like I mentioned about the auras, if you click on the Chen, like just look at how many he's presenting now. Move speed, magic resist, brave pack, crit damage. Like he really plays for the auras, and they're going to die eventually because the Taker is just being very rude and just chasing him down relentlessly and not allowing him to play his game. But alas.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Into the breach with the items they have, the PL and the position all cores are in. They're getting close to being able to pressure the high ground, get as much they can get done here with this 3 minutes of Aegis timing. RE Maelstrom online as well, so they'll also be able to kick out huge amounts of damage as support.
Yeah, and the Enigma, I like the fact that he's not going for the blink this game. He realized that if he black holes, Dawn can probably just ult jump stun on top. The OD can always banish. So just going for the BKB. He's just going to secure himself an ability to walk in. He's already got Rave Pact. Yeah, into Breach, very tanky. Ivy going to have to find some damage from somewhere if they want to get themselves back into this game. How far away is OD from the Hex? Oh, nowhere near. He's actually pivoted for the Shivas and just picked up the blink, actually.
Or Max.
He's in the middle of all of them.
He's going in. He's trying to sneak up on them, but it's not worked out at all. He's out for 50 seconds.
He's still out his ultimate. That is uncharacteristic from the Dawn players. But Supreme, you see it, he's telling him to go. No Dawn. Pressure that potential buyback. He doesn't have it, though. It's going to be a free Rex.
See if they want to try and stick around for more. Otake, he might be ready to jump in. So it was low skill. Defensive Astral here from Mobe for now. They'll drop the black hole. It's not going to catch him. Yule Scepter from Cube puts it to a stop immediately. Low skill turns with the BKB, goes in with the stun over towards the Enigma, but he's still scared of the PL. He's backing up to the fountain. Doesn't want to get involved in the fight whilst Otaker's here. There's Otaker. He's ready to just take the kills as he pleases. Goes for JM, he'll take him out. Goes with the BKB on cooldown for low skill. He's not really got much of a place to be in this fight. See Max back up with the Solar Guardian. He'll set up onto Jibe, but half a cube to get the arrow with these illusions just swarming the Marauder. Low skill. He's got the setup onto Otaker, but the Aegis is there. Gonna be back for round 2. Max, caught by the combo. He's out again. With the second life for Taker, he's ready to get the fight back on as he charges straight over towards Mobe. Mobe will fall here as he ticks out to the Spirit Vessel. The final lance takes him down. He has buyback.
They can't kill him.
He's dead. No buyback for him. As Mobe, he tried to get back in on the fight here with his buyback, but now caught at the front. After he comes out this Astral, nothing left to save him. As that's a dieback from the OD into the breach. They can look for a second set of racks and maybe even for the GGs. And there it is. Yep, they've had enough with that dieback on Mobe. They've got no further chance to fight. Into the breach. We'll take this second game, and with that, they'll get themselves a clean 2-0 today, T.
They finally did it. They finally won a series 2-0. They've been chasing it for so many series. They were the Div 2 team that only got 2 1s. They finally got the 2-0. And yeah, I just wanted to correct. I mischecked it earlier.